Remember, we're praised in public for what we practice for years in private. November 5th, 2022. 6 of my athletes stepped on the INBA natural bodybuilding stage. After writing their training plans, nutrition plans, and supplementation plans, I rented out a private gym, invited top-tier bodybuilding champions, pros, posing coaches, an Olympian, even a certified judge. And this was the result. 5 came in first place. 5. I was hoping for just 1 to come in first. Out of the 6, 5 came in first, 1 came in fourth. And, I don't control who the judges are or who shows up. All I do is get my athletes ready for show day. And I did their prep in 100 days. So now it's your turn to step on stage. Can I do a job today? Can I get you shredded? Let me help you get shredded. Listen. One day I want you to step on the natural bodybuilding stage. That's how you're going to see your peak physique. We've done the work offline. Now I'm ready to share it online. These right here, these are some of my trophies and accolades. These are some of my clients and athletes' trophies and accolades. And I'm super excited to share how we got there. And so, real quick, the INBA, International Natural Bodybuilding Association, as an amateur, that's where you would start. First, I want to introduce you to some of the accolades. This is my first place trophy. We're going to call him EP because we met at the Elite Physique Championships. And over here, next to him, is the Best Poser Award. And this accolade I'm super duper proud of because only one person gets that out of all men, women, amateurs, everybody. And this is not because I'm super great or anything. It's because I had an amazing coach where I drive an hour there, an hour back to just pose. And the guy who was second place was shredded. The guy who was third place was bigger than me. My posing, being able to display your work, your transitions, your elegance, to flex and hold a pose for as long and as hard as you can, but make it look effortless. It's its own skill. It's an endurance sport. That's what it is. Because if you're not hitting the pose right, this is what they call it. The judge can be looking at you and then be like, "Oh, he's fading. He's fading." No, look at the other guy. "Oh, okay. He's got it. He's got what we're looking for." Yeah, okay. And then you get those eyes off of you. You get marked down. They don't like that pose on you. And so you really, really have to take that part of the sport seriously. So these are some of mine. And then once you compete in the INBA and you win your pro card, then you can compete in the PNBA, which is the Professional Natural Bodybuilding Association. That's when you can earn more accolades and you can compete for prize money. You have that sweet, sweet pro card. So all of it's possible, all of it's here. And this side, I'm much more, this brings so much joy to me because not only did I go and I went and did it, but then I helped others. These are just 2 of my first place athletes. Last year, November 5th, 2022, I took 6 athletes to the natural bodybuilding stage. 5 came in first, 1 came in 4th place. The year prior to that, I took 1 person who won his class. And I'm just super duper proud and grateful that I have the ability to not only do it for myself, but bring others up with me. And it's changed my life. So with that being said, the work's been done offline. Now it's time to share it online. And let's get you some of these stage shots. Look, I'm holding the big shield right there. Hey, it's gonna be you, whether it's a shield or a sword at some shows. Yeah. So let's talk about coaching, training, nutrition, supplementation, all that posing, commitment, mindset, all that good stuff. We're gonna go into it, okay? It's time. The journey begins. First thing you want to do, you want to pick a show that lines up with your timeline. Is it near you? Do you have enough time, and is it near you? That's what you really want to look at. And then you want to just start getting ready from there. All right, next. So you've hired your coach, and now what kind of coach did you hire? Are they doing your training, nutrition, and supplementation? Are they also doing your posing? All of these are super duper important for what your coach is going to take on. And just also quick, I have my little copious notes right here. I'm gonna be referring to those so we hit all the points that we need to hit. So let's talk about training. So when you hire your coach, they're gonna ask you to take lots of pictures of your physique. And the reason that this is going to be very important is your coach is gonna be able to tell what body parts you need to bring up. And then they may add an extra day of that. They may have you do a certain kind of intensity techniques on those days just to bring those body parts up. So that's that second eye that coach is going to be able to provide is going to be amazing. The next, there's nutrition. So you want to let your coach know what kind of foods you like or you prefer. Are you a chicken? Are you a steak? Are you a turkey? Are you a non-meat eater? What's your dietary preferences? And because when you give them this in advance, they won't just, give you, you'll be able to skip that conversation of, can I switch this for this? Can I switch that for that? Get an understanding of what you like and have them work within those parameters. Now, there's also, you want to get some specialty items too, which, like, if you eat red meat, this uncured beef bacon has no saturated fat in it, basically. So it's 40 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. You throw this in the air fryer, this thing is amazing. For bacon, 1.5, 6 grams of protein, super simple ingredients because uncured has it doesn't have any nitrates or any of the stuff. And then of course it's basically zero carbs because it's just, it's a meat. It has under a gram of carb. So it gets crispy, super flavorful. Throw this in the air fryer, flip it once, and man, I not only have a good snack, I have a fun protein source for breakfast, and it's different than like traditional, just eating all the same things. So try to find specialty items that have very favorable nutrition facts, and hopefully your coach is very well versed when it comes to certain items. And as long as they have a lot of experience, they should be able to look at an item and say, okay, we can absolutely try to work that in, and they'll work with you. And you could do an off season with them as well. It's like you work with the coach before you start really dieting hard, basically. Yeah, let them know your preferences. And what works for me is, I'm a higher protein, high essential amino acids, and moderate to low complex carb, and very, very low fat. That's usually what gets me shredded and gets me in shape. But of course, your coach will know best, and they'll be able to learn your physique and what changes are occurring. Yeah, as mentioned, supplementation. So I'm very, very big proponent of essential amino acids because when I'm shredding and I'm dieting, obviously I'm not in a surplus, so it's going to be very difficult for me to put on new tissue. Yes, I'm going to be able to shape muscle tissue because I'm training consistently and pushing myself. But as far as like putting on new slabs, it's going to be really tough because less calories are coming in. So I'm always going to supplement with some kind of essential amino acid. This is personally what I use. But for you, we have HumaPro. I stand by this. Just literally look at the back of it. It explains itself pretty well. And it's this little portion right here, basically 25 grams. One scoop is an equivalent to 25 grams of whey protein with only 0.02 calories. It's just the pure amino acids. And so I can really sip on those, and you can take that up to 6 times a day. And it just gives my body extra supplies to use to build muscle tissue while I'm in a deficit. So that's something that's really helped me. This is also another brand of amino acids, Diamond Sport. This is medical grade. This is something that I would absolutely recommend if you like this flavor more or whatnot. And then this is Chemix. This isn't the amino acids, but they have also clinically dosed, not BCAAs, by the way. It's EAAs. Make sure you get EAAs, not BCAAs. Very different. BCAAs are the branched chain amino acids. Their molecular structure looks like a tree branch. That's why it's called branched chain. It's supposed to help building of muscle tissue, and I guess it kind of does, but they don't work as well without the other amino acids, which is your essential amino acids, and that's a total of 9 of those, which basically gives you, I like to think of it as like if I'm baking a cake, if I only had a few of the ingredients, how would my cake turn out versus having all of the ingredients? That's basically how BCAAs to EAAs kind of compare to each other. And make sure you're consistent. You can take multiple doses of that per day. So, but I mean, your coach is gonna know better on what supplements to give you. And yeah, you wanna go from there. Close friend accountability. So, when it comes to, so accountability is gonna be big. Environment, friends. You want to, so there's 2 ways to do it. I'm big on letting somebody know, because if you don't let your friends know that you hang out with, they're gonna unintentionally sabotage you. You're gonna be going out, you're gonna be having fun, it's gonna throw you off your plan, and when you step on stage, you're gonna regret those days that you didn't follow the plan hard enough, and somebody else did. It's those moments, it's those days that can make the difference. It's that serious. And so, yeah, let those around you know, at least to some extent, that you're committed to something. Some people like to keep it on the low, some people like to keep it low key. You can either keep it on the low, but give them some kind of idea that, hey, I'm committing to something, I have money invested, and when it comes to, you know, going out, going to places, and give them a date. After, let's say, after December 12th, I'm your guy. We're going out, we're having fun, we're gonna eat whatever we want, but up until then, like, just work with me a little bit. I may need to try other places, or I may be a little bit of a party pooper, but I'm still gonna, you know, be having a good time. It's just up until this date, I'm really committing to a personal goal of mine. And anybody that loves you and supports you will absolutely understand and support you, but you have to have that conversation. It's very important. You can also put it out to the world as well, and that's real big accountability. I like doing that. Holds me to the fire, and make sure that I do it, because if I don't tell anybody, then when no one's looking, if nobody knows, then you know, it doesn't matter if I cheat, doesn't matter if I mess up. And if you have a coach, of course your coach will know. So as long as somebody knows, that's either close to you or in your environment, I think that's really big. Please try to do that. And if you're someone that's keeping it on the low, at least give those around you a decent idea so they don't sabotage you, because it will happen, it will come up. And next, commit. You gotta commit to this thing. Once you're committed to your show and you decided what coach that you want, then you can start to kind of plan, and then you will really begin. That's when you'll start to need to learn how to pose, when you're actually committed, because now you're doing the show. So when it comes to the posing, you want to be doing that either in between sets. You want to learn how to do the basic ones very early. A lot of people wait till the end to learn posing. Do that very early, and that will set you up for when your physique starts to come in. Then it becomes muscle memory, because it's posing is a skill. It is way harder than it looks, and you want to get used to doing it without a mirror, because when you're on stage, there's no mirror. It's all muscle memory, and you think you're hitting it right without a mirror until you see yourself on a video, and you're like, whoa, and you see where you need to adjust. Like posing, it is a make or break. I beat a guy who's bigger than me, as my posing was so sharp. That speaks for itself. Same with the guy that did the show that was in classic physique. The second place guy had a much better physique, but he couldn't hit the classic physique poses, which is, you know, especially really important in classic. The other guy, he was a little smaller. His physique was still really good, but his posing was like immaculate. It was like you were glued. And so the posing can make a difference when it comes to a placement. So you want to learn your posing, you want to get it down ASAP. You want to become obsessed with bodybuilding content. just want to become a part of the community. And that's all I was consuming, was bodybuilding podcasts, seeing people going through the struggles, things that worked for them, hearing those things. Like, it's like, you just have to win today. You know, the place that you're craving is gonna be open tomorrow. It'll be open tomorrow. You tell that to yourself almost every day, and you can get through that day. It's one day at a time. Went on stage and you know, I hit a quarter turn wrong. I did a few things wrong. I was trying to relax, but you know, you don't know what it's like until you're up there. And when it came to bodybuilding, I came in last place, and it sucked. It hurt. You know, you put in all these weeks of work and, you know, months of work, and to come in last place, it's just like dang, like, it's like, what now for a moment? But I had to go back on stage because I entered men's physique as well. Men's physique was later, so I didn't have too much time to dwell on that. I had to, you know, get back there, pump up again. You know, my coach was there, and coach, you know, that's who picked me up when I was feeling down. I was like, no, like, I was, you know, devastated for the turnout, and how I felt I did. No, you gotta focus. We're getting back up there. Come on, let's get those biceps back. Come on, let's pump up. Let's get it. There we go. 2 more. Come on, boom. And I'm working. I get back into the mindset, and then I go up there, and for whatever reason, like, the nerves were gone. I had stepped on stage. I was ready to go. And the men's physique class was much bigger than the bodybuilding class. And even with way more competition, I ended up not only performing better, but I went and placed top 3. I got 3rd place for men's physique. I got last in bodybuilding and 3rd in men's physique in the same day. Like, you know, and that's when I was like, wow, okay, yes, there's something here. And boom, I was super happy with the result after that. And then I knew what my physique, how the judges, where they liked my physique at. Now it's back to the drawing board.
All right.